So, you know there is this dark psychology tactic called triangulation. And while it's not widely talked about, it's one of the most damaging and manipulative tricks people use to control others without them even realizing it. Today, we're going to explore what it is, how it works, why it's used, and most importantly, how to recognize and protect yourself from it. Before we dive deeper, if you're interested in learning more about the psychology behind human behavior, subtle manipulation tactics, or emotional self-defense, you might want to subscribe and stay connected to this channel. I talk about things most people avoid, and shed light on what usually stays hidden. Now, back to triangulation. Imagine you're in a conversation with someone close, a family member, a romantic partner, or even a boss. And suddenly they say something like, "You know, your friend agrees with me. You really overreact all the time." Or, "Your sister thinks you're too emotional to handle things on your own." Or worse, "Even your manager said you don't contribute as much as the others." That right there is triangulation in action. What is happening here is this: the manipulator isn't addressing the issue directly with you. Instead, they're pulling in a third party, whether real or imaginary, to validate their claim and make you doubt your reality. You now feel cornered, isolated, and pressured. And worst of all, you feel like you can't trust your own instincts. This tactic is common among narcissists and those with controlling personalities. It's used to confuse, divide, and weaken the emotional strength of their target. The more confused you are, the easier you are to manipulate. Let me give you a few real-world examples to show how subtle but powerful this trick can be. In families, this often looks like a parent playing one sibling against another. The mother tells one child, "Your brother cares more for me. You're always too busy for me." Then she tells the brother, "Your sister is jealous of how close we are." This tactic creates rivalry, distrust, and forces both children to fight for the parent's attention, giving the parent power over both. In relationships, one partner might constantly talk about how attractive or amazing an ex was. "My ex used to understand me better than you." Or they might say, "My colleague always listens to me. I don't feel heard by you." That's triangulation again, meant to make you feel insecure, anxious, and desperate to prove your worth. At work, a manager might use triangulation to maintain control over a team. They might say to employee A, "Employee B agrees that you've been missing deadlines." Then go to employee B and say, "Employee A thinks you're lazy." The tension rises, trust falls apart, and the manipulative manager remains the only source of authority. So why do people use this tactic? What do they gain? Control, power, validation, and often, drama. People who use triangulation feel a sense of superiority when they can manipulate the emotions and relationships of others. By putting themselves in the center, they ensure that everyone keeps revolving around them. Triangulation is especially dangerous because it erodes your ability to trust others, and yourself. It separates you from your natural support system. It creates a false dependency on the manipulator. You begin to look at them for reassurance, for truth, and for emotional direction, which is exactly where they want you. Now let's talk about how to identify it. One red flag is inconsistency. If someone constantly tells you things others supposedly said about you, but those people never actually express these things directly, take note. Manipulators rarely encourage honest, open dialogue. They thrive on secrecy and confusion. Another sign is emotional volatility. You find yourself constantly second-guessing your words, your tone, your behavior, wondering if you're being judged, compared, or misunderstood. That's a result of indirect gaslighting, often reinforced through triangulation. And finally, if you feel isolated, as if people around you are turning against you, yet you have no proof, question the source of those beliefs. Someone might be planting them intentionally. So what can you do to protect yourself? 1. Direct communication. If someone says, "Your friend said this about you," Go and ask that friend. Don't let a third party shape your relationships. 2. Document patterns. Keep track of things that are said and done. If someone is constantly referencing others without evidence or creating division, recognize the pattern. 3. Rebuild your network. Manipulators try to isolate you. Fight back by strengthening your connections. Reach out, reconnect, and confirm things for yourself. 4. Trust your gut. If something feels off, don't dismiss it. Intuition is your mind's first line of defense. 5. Set boundaries. If someone constantly compares you to others or makes you feel inadequate based on unverifiable opinions, let them know you don't accept that kind of communication. Remember, the goal of triangulation is to destabilize your sense of reality. Once you're doubting your instincts, your relationships, and your worth, the manipulator has complete access to shape your emotions. But here's the truth. No one has the right to control how you see yourself. You are allowed to define your own value, based on your truth, not someone else's version of it. And the moment you begin to see through these tactics, they lose their power. If you've experienced something like this or know someone who might be going through it, share this video with them or post it on your social media. You never know who needs to hear this today. Also, if you're finding these insights useful, stay with me here. Subscribe to the channel, and let's keep learning together, because knowledge really is protection. Before we close, let me leave you with this. Every manipulator's greatest fear is an aware mind. The moment you stop reacting and start observing, you take your power back. So keep your mind clear, your instincts sharp, and your heart open. I'll see you in the next video. And yes, the comment section is open. Feel free to connect, share your story, or just say hi. We're building a community where awareness is strength. Take care and stay wise.